You have an update on Evan Neal, and will he travel to Detroit?
Yeah, all the players will travel. Evan is still in concussion protocol. We'll take McKeithen and Ashawn off PUP today, so they'll be out here. Not going to do a ton out here. Limited practice with the travel time. Move around a little bit, have some 7-on-7, some individual work, and then head to Detroit.
Any other injuries coming out of Saturday?
No. No, we're Nacho had a little groin, so we'll see where he's at.
Aziz is all good.
Yeah, everybody's practicing today that can practice, other than Ryder and Nacho. Yep. And then Evan, obviously.
What are the qualities that drew you to Paris Campbell, and how much of an impact do you think he can have on this offense?
Well, I think time will tell, but he's a good person who was a productive college player, did a lot of work on him in college, and then when he was out there at Indy, thought he had good skill set, liked him in college, liked him at Indy, so good person. He's done a nice job for us.
I believe this is the first practice we've been at that you've been in here. I don't know if you guys did any in the spring.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe one or two. Just the fields are soaked. So.
I was just gonna ask if the players have had any reaction
Yeah, they've
to the
been
new
in
turf.
here. Yeah, they've been in here.
What have they said about the new field? And I was like,
They said it's nice, softer, but yeah, no issues. Knock on wood.
Obviously, upgrading defensive tackle was an off-season emphasis for you guys. Was something particular about Ashawn Robinson that you guys targeted him? Or I remember, if memory serves me, he came on a visit and then it still took like a month to get the deal done.
Yeah, well, I'd say he's has good experience. He's a big man, got good length, did a nice job versus the running game, and again, another good guy that we thought would fit into our system well.
Every practice, it seems, we're watching, and Jalen Hyatt's hitting a big pass play. What do you make of that at this point?
Yeah, no, it's good. He's made plays when it's come his way. Still got a long way to go, but he's had a productive few days here.
How much faster is he coming along, or is he coming along at the pace that you kind of expected?
I think everybody's different. I don't really have ever expectations when rookies come in, because I've been doing this for quite some time. I've seen a variety of things. Just keep your head down, keep grinding. There's a lot of things that are going to come up, that whether it's a mistake, a mental error, you hear one thing, you run a different thing, and then when you have opportunities, make the plays. But I'd say there's a lot of room for growth.
So Hawkins, when he played well, you gave him more first-team reps. How much has Hyatt earned himself more for? I know he's snuck in, he's done some, but he's still mostly working with Tyrod.
I'd say all the stuff that we're giving these guys is based on what they earn. So that's what we're doing.
Darius Slayton had said to me that your system is difficult for rookies to pick up, for rookie receivers. Is that true, and what's challenging about it, do you think?
I don't know. Again, it's such on an individual basis. I mean, there's people that pick it up faster, people that it's a little bit slow for, that then it hits and then they start going. I think everybody's different based on how they learn, where they come from. I think the biggest thing for us is not to be instant evaluators when this guy can't get it. I mean, you put a lot of research and time into trying to bring people in that you think can learn the material and things like that. But I think everybody's a little bit different. So there's times where you got to pull it back. There's times where you can add more. I've had young rookies pick it up like this. I've had ones that were struggling at the start and then started to pick it up. It's case by case.
What's your joint practices philosophy for the starters? It seems like the popular thing in the NFL is work the starters really hard in the joint practices, get controlled work, and then not play them in the game.
Yeah.
Is that how you see it?
No, I mean, we'll get to that down the road. The coaching staff, I haven't talked to the coaching staff about it. I went through some schedules today, but we'll end up talking about that, like we do on Fridays. When you guys ask Fridays about where everybody's, we'll end up doing that, the day before.
Do you see the joint practices as
beneficial?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
For what? Because it's controlled, or because
well, again,
it's
the
more
stuff that I've talked
competitive?
about a few times. You're going against a different team. You get to see different matchups. You get to see different schemes. He's been going against team players for 10 days or 10 practices. So, you know, if you do it the right way, I think it's a beneficial thing for you.
We saw you on Friday, or on Saturday rather, get pretty mad about some of those dead ball penalties. I think there was 2 false starts and delay a game.
Yeah. Can't have those.
Right. I mean, how much does that piss you off? Just
Can't have 'em.
even in camp.
Yeah, can't have them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which matchups are you most excited about?
I'm not going to pat him on the back for having a delay game. So,
But I mean, I guess
I could do a better job.
No, I
too.
guess my point is kind of sometimes early in camp things can be ragged.
Yeah, there's there's going to be that, but you try to put as much pressure on, you know, everybody as you can, and you have a level of expectation of, you know, going out there and trying to eliminate those pre-snap things or post-snap things, and you know they're going to happen, and they're going to happen no matter what you do, but you do your best to try to make sure that they don't.
Which matchups are you most excited about for the joint practice?
We'll see. I mean, really all of them. You know, it's just a different team, so you're going against different people.
Brian, we've talked about how Jalen has gotten deep a lot in camp. On the other side of the coin, though, the safety's giving up the big plays. Is that a concern?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's just that we put it on one position. I mean, there's a lot of them were good plays by Jalen or good routes. So it's, you know, again, you're in practice, so he's making the plays that come his way. But you know, it's a collective thing that, again, it's not, can't do full speed or hit the quarterback or anything like that. So his job is to go out there, get open, catch the ball. That's what he's been doing, I'd say, for the most part.
What qualities do you think make Eric Gray a good possible returner and running back?
I think he's got good short space quickness, good balance, good vision. You know, he's got some good moves in the open field. You know, he's a one-cut guy, but you know, a young guy that I think has some talent to work with. Now we got to try to develop it, and you know, we'll give him ample opportunity in the preseason to return these balls.
Is that where you really need to evaluate a returner in preseason games more than anywhere else?
Yeah, I mean, it's live. You know, you'd like it to be as windy as possible. Obviously, it's not going to be this week, but yeah, you know, you try to put them in as many different situations as you can. That's a lonely spot back there. You know.
You haven't had a designated like returner. You know, some teams have guys are basically that's their role.
Sure.
Is that a belief thing? Is it just the way it worked out? Like, do you want to have every guy like basically being a position player?
No, I think, look, if you had, you know, someone that was an elite returner, you know, maybe you find a spot for him. I think every roster is different, every decision is different based on who you have and who's competing out. So it really doesn't matter one way or not to me. You just try to find the best player on your team for each position, including returner. But whether it's a defensive tackle, an offensive guard, or receiver, our job as a coaching staff is to let those guys compete and put the best guy out there that we think is, you know, the guy that's going to help us the most.
Take one more.
Has Dex done any returning?
He probably could. That's a good last one.